Yo, hey guys, Beast, back with some more Beast content. I am going to be doing a showcase over the kaneki, and after that I have a couple other things to record. But anyway, so showcase over kaneki. I'm going to be doing two different ways of showcasing him. One is raw damage, because I always love showing out his raw damage, and then the other one will be, of course, in an actual team. So I suppose the first thing we're going to do is actually showcase him raw damage wise, which how I showcase raw damage is I select a team, I make it where only he is on the team, and one other unit, and the one other unit, of course, is going to be a Black Reaper in this instance, and I just see how much damage he does. So first things first, let's get the raw damage out of the way. So let's save this team here, let's go right into it. Well, actually, let me read his skills first and everything, because you're probably wondering what those are. If you play JP, you don't exactly know what those are. Also, I did not realize his art did this. When did it do this? That's cool. That's cool. It's animated art. That's almost like an... Okay, wow. And if you switch to the other art... Oh, that is dope. I did not realize that did that. Okay, anyway. Also, 1 second, and I'll be back. Anyway, on to reading his actual skill. Can we click on here? No, okay. So, on to reading his actual skill, and I'm mesmerized by that. I'm pretty sure this was bugged before the update or something, because it used to not do this. This is dope looking. Anyway, so, skills. Also, they have another bug. If you check the home screen, you get the little loading icon twice for, like, the, this gym you can spend money on, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so, his level 1 is pretty mediocre. Deals attack times 1.4 damage to one enemy 5 times, and reduces durability by 4. But once you get him to 40%, he actually does gain this thing where I do believe he boosts his own attack by 2 times with his normal skill. The next thing is, I'm going to go ahead and read his Awakening, I guess, it's skill 2 is what it's called. But enter Awakening status permanently, and 2 times your skill gauge fill rate until the end of battle. So, very, very nice Awakening when he awakens. His base skill at 40% is actually really good. It actually makes you want to go ahead and get his first skill off a couple times first, so you boost his attack, then awaken him, because it's a permanent awakening after all. Okay, anyway, onto his Awaken Skill. 2.25 is the defense of front row allies for 3 turns, and 0.2 times the attack of front row enemies for 3 turns. Deals attack times 1.8 damage to front row enemies 6 times. So, he does a decent amount of damage, 1.6 times damage 6 times to front row enemies. That's pretty good. He boosts the front row of your allies 2.25 times defense every single time he gets this skill off. So your defense is god. Not even joking, it turns into some amazing defense. Also, I fucking love the card art. Anyway, so yeah, really good unit. Let's go ahead and test out him damage-wise. So I think damage-wise, I'm just gonna go ahead and go against the light typing sort of thing. Now, the first stage, I guess, will have to be, yeah, we'll go ahead and go against, like, a light plug-in a ward or something. Because I do want to do more damage against, I do want to see how much damage I can get him to do per hit on boosted and everything. Anyway, so, slide over 1, there we go. This is our damage testing. Like I said, you put one unit behind it, but that unit does not do any damage. Because that unit is there just to get your switches out and get you more AP. And yeah, hopefully we don't wipe too quickly to not get his Awakening skill off. This is just pure damage real quickly. So let's see what per hit does before he gets a break, and then we'll see after a break. It's 7.3k on a crit, 7k on a crit, 4k on a non-crit, and 4k... Oh, there's a break. So 7.3k, 15k on a broken unit. That's pretty good. Now, this is type advantage, of course. But that's really good damage. Also, he has a ton of AP right now. And, yeah, overall, he's not a terrible unit. Oh, hold up. I didn't even realize that was half speed. Anyway. Yeah, 4k. Let's go ahead and activate his Awakening. I don't use his first level skill because I only have him level 1. So, for those of you that pull him and only pull 1 dupe and don't put any stimulants in him, it is not necessary to actually activate his first skill. But if you were to pull 2 more dupes or to put 40% stimulant in, you would want to activate his skill first off, because he'd get 2 times attack, plus whenever he attacks he does even more damage. So it'd basically double the amount of damage that Kaneki's able to do if you get that first skill off. So yeah, just a thing to keep in mind, but I never worry about it because I only have him level 1, and I use him as a kind of, I guess, a support unit, really. And I know that sounds terrible, but let's see how much this skill does real quickly, and then I'll explain what I was talking about there. just really nice. Like 30k per hit there, and you get a skill off multiple times. We're probably only gonna go hit one on this. That's why I kind of wish I had an outbreak right now to test him out on and just show you how amazing it can be. And there's first skill. That may actually be a... No, that's not a break. There's 2 durability there. He's gonna kill it before anything, unless one of the sides get broken. Yeah, there we go. Like I said. And overkilling everyone. Very nice amount of damage. He does perfectly fine. I actually didn't have to do any switches. We got his skill off just easy. And there was no switching required, actually. So, yeah, really good unit. Could probably solo a couple things. Actually, with his defense buff thing, we're going to get to that in a minute. But he becomes really, really, really good with the thing. And actually, I want to do a full video over what's currently here on the game. And I'm going to. But we're going to go challenge Psycho's raid. Speaking of, you really want to... And I don't know if this will be here tomorrow for Rebirth, because Rebirth's April Fool's is not till technically tomorrow, which is the day for y'all. So, anyway, raids. We're going to go into the raids. We're going to go show off his damage, or defense boost. And we're just going to show what he does that makes him so godly. Now, Psycho doesn't do too much damage anyway, because she's kind of like the clown raid thing. But basically, after he gets the skill, and I'd really hate that this state. I mean, at least it's a raid, so I can show you him getting the defensive thing. But trust me on this. Actually, if you go watch my summons and go watch more towards the end, you will see me going against the Kochla raid. And he makes it where basically you take 1 damage your entire front row after you get his defensive skill off a couple times. And, of course, I'm going to use his AP all the way up real quickly here. And, yeah. Go ahead and get him awakened. Right like that. He uses all of his AP, but he can instantly awaken. You don't have to wait 2 rounds to get him awakened. Some units are really good, but it takes like 2 rounds for them to get their skill charge, or a couple switches, which is kind of annoying. Also, we're actually going to get to go ahead and use his skill a couple times here to show off the beautiful defensive powers, because Black Reaper is going to do the break for us. Basically, my team is currently... there's basically a healing unit, and what I want to do, I want to get a harder hitting unit, because I want to get a really good damaging unit. And that's why if I had more Kaku, I'd be going for Arima right now. But I want to get a really good damaging unit. Kaneki is my godly durability down unit. And, well, Black Reaper is my durability down unit. And then, of course, the kaneki is kind of like middle support slash damage, because he gets his skill off like multiple times and still does quite a bit of damage. Let's actually see how much he does against the raid here. This is against STR type, of course. Like 50k per hit there on a crit. Like I said, he is not a laughing matter when it comes to damage. But he's more meant for that amazing defense boost. And once again, I don't even know if Psycho does that much damage. But yeah, 2.25 times, 2 times active in 1 little round there. Super duper quick way of getting a lot of defense. As you can see, no damage taken there. This should be like 1 damage when she does her actual attack. See, 1 damage to Kaneki. Of course, Black Reaper didn't take anything. 1 damage, 1 damage. Durability still happens. I kind of wish there was like a skill, and I hope a character releases later on. They go ahead and gives everyone like a immune to durability down for blank amount of turns, or a couple, I don't know. It'd be interesting though if characters could be made immune to durability down, because even though some, or most characters actually at 10 out of 10 do have a lot of durability, you can still take some heavy durability down damage. And there's the break we needed. I should have actually used Kaneki first. I don't even know what to call this one. The dope looking Arima versus, Arima Owl versus whatever name this Kaneki got. I don't even know. I think OEK, someone was saying. So, maybe half Kakuja, half Black Reaper. Wait, Kakuja Black Reaper, maybe. In his first form. But his second form, I don't think's Black Reaper anymore, because he's white-haired. So, I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, yeah, 70k per hit there. Like I said, very, very nice unit. I'm kind of showing off my team here, actually, but yeah, also my Black Reaper is 100%, and he's still no match to the Kaneki's damage. And my Black Reaper has type advantage right now. Of course, this Kaneki's boosted right now during war. Do remember that. He will lose his damage a little bit after the boost is over, but that defensive buff will remain. That's why I really, really like this Kaneki. My goal is to actually go ahead and save up some more Kaku, and if Edo releases soon on Global, or maybe not even soon, maybe we'll wait a month and I'll be fine with that, honestly. I kind of really want Edo though, but if I don't go ahead and summon for Edo, I will wait and I will summon for someone cooler. whoever that turns out to be. But yeah. But kaneki makes your team super defensive because he gets that skill off and activates that defense boosts the front row every single time. It just makes your team so defensive. There's another skill. Like I said, this kaneki's really good. It's really worth summoning for. If you're asking me which one you really wanted to summon for, or which one I would suggest for you to summon for, it's a questionable question because Arima gives you a lot of attack buffs and hits really hard. Kaneki makes you really defensive. So if you already had someone like Black Reaper or something who already does a decent amount of damage, or anyone who does a decent amount of damage, I'd probably say Kaneki. But if you do not and you just really need a hard-hitting unit, the Arima is definitely the hard-hitting unit. But if you want someone to boost your team defensive-wise, Kaneki's definitely the way to go. And if you can go for both of them, that's perfect. I mean, and the real perfect thing would be to get Black Reaper, then Kaneki, and then also Arima. Because that would be the perfect combination for a front row, in my own opinion. And I'm saying perfect, but it'd be really good. It would definitely have no issues defeating anything, and I already don't have any issues with this team. And I have Toka in the middle, who does very low damage. With this, you really don't need Toka, though, because, yeah, that's why I really want Arima, because then I'd be getting the attack buffs from Arima, so I could definitely just toss Toka aside and say, I don't need Toka at all now. And yeah, that'd actually probably be a really nice thing to do, because Kaneki buffs your defense to where you don't need a healer, and Arima would buff your attack to where you just hit really hard. Though I don't mind the heals, because it just means I have 100% health at all times, because Kaneki buffs the defense. And yeah, that's the end there of the raid, so I guess I'll meet you back at the character screen and say some last stuff. So we're back at the main screen, and I basically just wanted to touch on the animated art thing again. So, real quick theory on this, and kind of random theory, but on Dokkan, LRs are considered LRs, and when they go to their LR form, their art becomes animated like this. Normal cards aren't actually animated, and it's got me thinking, if they were to ever introduce stuff like Awakening and stuff, the Kaneki and the Arima are the only ones with animated art like that. Like, you see Black Reaper's art, it's not animated. But for some reason, they animated Arima and Kaneki's art. They're the only two that have animated arts. So if LRs were to be introduced, or Awakening was, then the Kaneki and the Arima could probably be considered LR cards. Like, also, they're the first cards to have crazy art like this. Like, I don't think they're just normal SSRs. I think they're better than... I don't know, it's weird, because they're the only cards with cool animated art like this. Anyway, I do leave them out, though. If you want to know the little abilities, actually, real quick. Attack plus 500, AP plus 4, it's crit up 45%, and increase your attack by blah blah blah, or 2 times for 1 turn after inflicting a break on a target. But yeah, I'm out for now. See you guys, keep it beast mode. Also, look at the attack he has right now. But I'm out. See you guys.